Hello friends, it's Rachel again. Yes, I just finished filming with Intimate Alien and I like doing these videos in this form. I think it's pretty cool. That leads me to what I want to talk about today. I want to talk today about being yourself and how it's okay if you don't know what that is ahead of time. And I'm talking about this because so often the answer that everyone says is be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. And I just made a whole bunch of videos with Intimate Alien and myself about being yourself. And it's perfect advice. But when you try to know who you are as a whole, when you try to know ahead of time who you are and make decisions ahead of time, that's when be yourself can be a little bit of a trick. Because I think you don't know who you are until you're in the moment, and you're only this version of you in this moment. If I limited myself based on who I am now as to who I will be in 5 years, I wouldn't get very far. I wouldn't be very happy. I had no idea whatsoever that this would happen 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 25 years ago. No clue. That's because we can only envision ourselves up to the level that we are currently. Maybe we can see that we'll be more successful in the future, or we'll have this different relationship, or we can guess, we can dream, we can align with that as best we can. But until we're actually in that moment, we won't really know what's going on. And when you really get into this whole living in the moment thing, there's such a freedom in it. Like, I think we can only really feel freedom if we're in the moment. Because when you're in the moment, that's the only time you ever have a choice. You have to be present in the moment to know what your options are and to really feel where your alignment is. And that's how I got here, because I let each singular moment guide me here. And I still have to let myself do that. Like, I realized today that I've been making my Rachel videos dressed up as Intimate Alien lately. And this thought occurred to me, like, oh, are people gonna like that? Like, is it just confusing? And I thought, is that bad? Am I gonna, lose people from my business? And all of those thoughts are like totally irrelevant, because this is what makes me happy right now. I'm glad to do these videos looking like this. It's really fun for me. And so the idea that it would negatively affect me is not part of the conversation, because if I'm in alignment, that only means good things. And just like Intimate Alien was saying, like in the beginning of you choosing to live your joy, sometimes the people around you might have a hard time about that, but I don't care. I know that to get to an even greater sense of satisfaction and joy and love and depth in my life, like so that I can live deeper, fuller, more fulfilling life, I can only get that by choosing what's in alignment for me in the moment. And this happens to be it. And so even though it goes against maybe traditional business logic, or my head has certain things to say about it, it's up to me to choose alignment over those things. And that's what being yourself is. It's about choosing alignment over other things that your head might say. It's choosing yourself over your past momentum. In order to change, we have to overcome some momentum from where we were. And if you get used to doing that, it gets easier and easier. At this point, I'm pretty used to choosing my alignment, aka what feels better to me in the moment, aka being myself. I'm pretty used to that in many, many ways, in my relationship, in my personal life, and my business life. I'm used to making decisions that feel better to me. And the more I do that, the more I see that I have that choice, the more those options pop up for me of doing it my way. And that's when you really get into a good flow. And it seems like the whole world is magical around you and everything is catering to you, because it is. Because you started it, you chose it, and therefore that's what you're creating. What I really just wanted to say today was that you don't have to know who you are ahead of time. You can't. You are incomprehensible to who you are now. I am incomprehensible to who I am now. Incomprehensible. I am so much more majestic and magnificent and powerful than I could ever understand right now. And so each moment I chip away at that and add more of that magnificent being to my daily life by choosing to do what feels good. Wow, that's a good way to say it. So don't judge yourself. Don't prejudge yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. You don't know what you're going to want to do tomorrow or the next minute or the next hour. And it's okay for you to change your mind all the time. It's okay for you to check in and always be different. It's really changing your frame of mind about who you are. I'm an always evolving being. I'm not one thing. And so are you. You are not a static thing. You're not a painting. You are an evolving being. And the beauty of this bodily instrument is that we can know in every moment where our good feelings lie. And we know that our larger being is always in alignment with the better feeling thing, and that better feeling thing is just a pathway for even better feeling things. So I guess this is a short one. I just wanted to share that, and don't be afraid to do what feels good to you, because it's always leading you to where you want to be. And it's the fun way, right? Doesn't that just make sense? The fun way is the way to go. The fun way leads you to better, more amazing life experiences. It's incredible. So that's all for now. Super love, guys. Bye-bye.